everybody? Name of the show is Tomorrow's Dream. My name is Baker. I will be with you all day today. Oh, we got a new mic path in here and it's super hot. That's dope. Got some special guests coming in later. This is a new little short instrumental track from them right here. You're gonna hear the background. It's called Synthetic Line Reprise. Gonna have the men themselves, 2 out of 3 anyway, I think. Mike Mullins and Jeremy Parton. Some of you guys know him as Crusher of Skulls. They will be in here probably just at about the top of the second hour, around 1 o'clock. We'll talk about their show coming up this week, and we'll play a new single from them, maybe some old stuff too. I got a couple more newish tracks after this, and then we'll talk about shows coming up this week. There's a ton, as there is generally here lately. We definitely got, what do we have? Let me tell you what we got about that. Just freaking tell you, right? The first track we opened up with was a brand new one from Levels called Strange Things. And then we did brand new stuff from Moon Main after that, Space Cadet from them. And the last one you heard was brand new from Prop Hunter. That one was called Blue. We got, I know I've played 1 or 2 maybe of the new songs from The Killer. I don't think I've done this one yet. New one from them called Slasher up next. And one that I also don't think we played from the new Penalty release. After that we'll do called Fool's Game from Penalty. I don't think they're playing this week, but maybe next week or something. After that, we'll hop into all the bands playing this week, starting with the Insane show tonight. It's at the big downtown venue in the River Market there that is closing soon. So they're bringing some huge shows between now and then, though tonight is no exception. You can get down there. It's going to be, can't tell you that. It is going to start at 6:30, though. I'm pretty sure I know that. You can catch Maul, Gates to Hell, Your Spirit Dies. I thought Snuffed on Sight was on it. They're on the flyer, but I guess they got dropped. Your Spirit Dies in place. Still very good stuff. Frozen Soul is going to be there, and the banger attraction, the Acacia Strain. We haven't had them in over a decade. It's going to be huge. Going to be heavy. So we got all that lined up for you, plus some Blast and Dregs. They're going to be playing a show later this week with some crusty black metal bands that are coming through on tour. Pale Misery and Surus with the silent T, I'm guessing, at the beginning. After that, we got Mammoth Caravan and Stressor, who will be opening up for Mothwind over in Capitol View area, everybody's favorite little log cabin venue. I think both of those shows I just mentioned are going to be Thursday. We'll play a whole bunch of Mothwind. Like I say, Jeremy and Mike will be here in just a little bit to talk about their new single and show. Severe Head Wounds playing Friday night, opening up alongside Open Casket for Aneurysm, Dread, and Dysmorphia. I got all that lined up. And also Vast Waste, Pinko, Cavort Usurp, Arisen Ball, Bleeding Truth. Still waiting on music from Render, and I think one more of those, but a whole ton of stuff. Stick around, you're gonna love it. Here's that new one from The Killer. It's called Slasher. KBF Tomorrow's Dream. Voice of the People.
Looking for prices.
was Your Spirit Dies. Up now, Frozen Soul featuring John Gallagher of Dying Feeders. This one is called Morbid Effigy. KBF Tomorrow's Dream. Voice of the People. the Cursed Dog. They're from the Acacia Strain. They will be headlining tonight at the big venue that's closing down towards the end of the year, down in the River Market. Go check it out. You don't want to miss it. This one might sell out. It's going to be huge. Here in just a minute, we'll do another newish one from Blast, as well as some stuff from Pale Misery and Surus, or maybe it's got to be a silent T, Tsuris. Surus, can't be Tsurus, right? I hope not. All kinds of new stuff just dropped, and all kinds of shows this week. Keep it up, you guys. First, I'm going to hop over to Bandcamp and get this new... No, that's not new at all. Okay, but this is the band, I believe. So I got a 10-year-old recording here, and it's really sweet. It's definitely punk rock, but it's got some thrashy vibes. It's leaning on grindcore at times. Here is Cushy from Dregs. They will be, I'm pretty sure, opening up the show Thursday night. One of the shows, the one with Blast and the two black metal bands that are coming up next. Check it out. Don't forget we're in Pledge Drive too. We could really use your help if you go over to kabf.org, easiest way to donate, or shout at us about our Buy a Watt campaign. It's the best deal we offer here for any kind of advertising you might want to do, for any events you have, your business you want to get the word out there about, you just want to tell people how awesome your band is. I'm already doing that, but if, sink a little money in, like everybody up here will do it. We'll make a commercial for you. It's going to sound crisp AF. Super easy. $150 gets you 20 60-second spots here. So that's 20 individual minutes worth of, you get a 1-minute ad, or maybe 40 30-second ads or whatever, 20 minutes worth of advertising for $150, only available during Pledge Drive, which I believe ends tomorrow. Yes, the 13th. So get it in now if you want. You can give us a call here in studio, 501-433-0088. Try to do that while I'm playing songs, though, not while I'm talking, because, I actually don't know how to take your calls on the air. I try and I fail every time. One of these days, though. You can call us at the office. If I'm slacking, not answering the phone, 501-372-6119. Come on down here and say what's up. Monday to Friday, 8 to 5-ish, at 2101 South Main Street, downtown Little Rock, 72206. Help us out. Go over to kabf.org, though. Like I say, it's the easiest way. If you just want to hook your PayPal up to it, slap a little $5-10, whatever you got to spare is much appreciated. You can become a sustaining member and help us out. You can set it up for a little auto draft to come out of your account every month or whatever. That goes a huge, long way in helping us keep this going. So everything's constantly breaking. We're buying new stuff. I had to go ask about the new mic routing today. I just got a new phone. That's helping, but it's not like all fully set up yet, so that's why I accidentally started playing a Sonic ad in the middle of that song. My bad. I need a new aux cable. Things break. We gotta, that, don't get me wrong, your money, that's coming out of my pocket, but the station itself, it's a bunch of old stuff. We got to keep it going, as well as rent, electric, all that fun stuff. So help us out if you can, kabf.org. Easiest way to do that. Go over to our Facebook at KABF Tomorrow's Dream. And I swear I'm doing it today. I'm getting the rest of the shirts uploaded. And so you guys can maybe buy some T-shirts. Help us out that way. We super appreciate it. All right. Here's Dregs. Blast up next. This one, though, is called Cushy. KBF Tomorrow's Dream. What's the song? That was Burnt at Both Ends by Cirrus, the last of the bands you can catch at the Pizza Beer Spot on Thursday. Here's the first of bands you can catch at the show. We'll be talking with Mike and Jeremy from Mothwind about here in a minute. Also Thursday evening over in the Capitol View area. It's a longer one. I rarely get to play from these guys. I think not since the album first dropped. I believe they will be opening the show Thursday. This is Mammoth Caravan. Sky Burial. KBS's Mars Dream. Stick around. We got a sweet little interview coming up right after the top of the hour.
Transmission bell, Hi, this is Alanis Morissette, and you're listening to KABF 88.3 in Little Rock, the voice of the people.
It's great to catch up, Jamie. How's business?
Good. Are you up to speed with the new beneficial ownership reporting requirements?
Sort of. What's it about?
It's a new initiative to help fight crimes like money laundering, fraud, and drug trafficking. A lot of small businesses like ours just have to report some basic info to the federal government about the real people behind them.
Does that include my cafe?
There are some exemptions for certain companies, but don't worry. There's lots of guidance on the government's website about who needs to file. Check out fincen.gov/BOI. Filing is easy and free. It took me less than 20 minutes.
Looks like I do have to file. Thanks, Jamie. It's great having a supportive business community.
Reporting beneficial ownership information helps protect U.S. national security. Filing is quick, secure, and free. And it's the law. Learn more at fincen.gov/BOI.
We see the urgent threat of climate change every day, but we often miss those hit hardest by it, women and girls. That's why CARE fights for a more just and sustainable world. You can help. Learn more at care.org/climate.
Hey everybody, it's Larry Hicks. Be sure to join us on Monday, May 12th, with another edition of Let's Talk About It, as our guest will be the Honorable Tamika Butler, the mayor of Eudora, Arkansas. Hear Mayor Butler talk about all the efforts she's undertaking in order to improve the quality of life in the city of Eudora, Arkansas. Right here on KABF-FM, we are the voice of the people.
Allison Krauss and Union Station, featuring Jerry Douglas. Arcadia 2025 tour. May 12th, First Security Amphitheater. With special guest Willie Watson. Get tickets now at AllisonKrauss.com. Don't miss Allison Krauss and Union Station featuring Jerry Douglas live.
My name is Aaron McKelvey, and I'm very proud to be a sustaining member for KABF. I've been a member for many years now, and I love it because of all the variety of music that's on the radio and the community information that I get. And it's really part of my morning, afternoon, and into the evening. I have several shows that I love to listen to. The Pick and Post, Thanos, I like the Fix It guys. I listen to Nevermind the Morning Show and the Rural War Room. The variety of music is amazing, and it's a wonderful resource for this state, and I hope you will join me to be a sustaining member.
All right, you heard him. Please help us out at kabf.org. Easiest way to donate. Easiest way to help keep this crap show rolling. Name is Joe's Tomorrow's Dream. My name is Baker. We're in the second hour. Usually Chad would have you right now, but he's over in another studio. Our good buddy Jason Tedford's re-recording some parts on his Black Sabbath cover, so we'll have that for you soon. I swear I'm about to get those cassette tapes done. I've only got art started to get squared away at least, and I'll be wrapping production on those within the next couple months. Finally get this 3-year-old project off the ground. I have in studio with me right now Mike Mullins and Jeremy Skull Crusher Parton from what's it, Butterfly Farts? Is that what we're going?
Yeah, we answer that.
Yeah.
More commonly known as Mothwind.
Mothwind, if you're looking at the flyer, but you know what it means. So I got you in the mic there, Mike. Check. Oh crap! Are you on that one? Try it now. Check. Dang it! Give me 1 second. Maybe I have. Oh wait, I do hear you there. I just got no gain, maybe. All right. Check. Dang it! Now where's it coming from? Yeah, I think you'll both let me know if we can
Jeremy and I can cuddle up on this one mic.
That one is 3 then. What the heck is happening to 2? Oh, I'm on too. Yeah, okay. Like I said, we got a new system going on here. I'll have it figured out soon. But we got everybody in. We got a big old banger of a show. They've put these weird rules on me here lately where I can't announce the venue names of the shows.
What? Really?
Which is like the entire point of my show, is to get people out to the venues to watch these local bands. I don't know. The only time anything happens is when somebody complains. So I have to assume that someone complained that a certain pizza pub and brewery we all know and love got too much promotion, and their place wasn't, or something along those lines.
That's crazy.
So we like to play fun little games with it and try to give you hints to where the shows are happening, the area, any reminders that you might know. This is the place with the canoe hanging from the ceiling.
We'll be playing by the train tracks.
They're right next to the train tracks, over in the Capitol View near Stiff Station area there. Everybody's favorite little log cabin venue. It's legendary. We can say that much.
It is legendary. We're excited. Yeah.
So that's going to be going down Thursday evening, right?
Thursday, 8 p.m. Music starts. Mammoth Caravan kick it off. Then Stressor, and then we're going to close out the evening.
Awesome. The other weird thing that I was told I can't mention was the dollar amounts that it costs to get into the shows, and I can't even for the life of me begin to think of any reason why that needs to be secretive info. But is it double digit amount?
If you took 20 and subtracted 10 from it, that would
you could get in the door.
You could get in the door.
Okay, well there you go, folks. If you struggle with that, hop over to our Facebook later, and we'll post a flyer, and you can see in less mathematical terms what's going to be going on. But yeah, Thursday night, you heard the big long play if you were tuned in at the end of the last hour there from Mammoth Caravan, who was going to be opening, right?
Yes, sir.
And then Stressor, and then Mothwind. So y'all been going for over a decade now, right? This is, what, about a dozen years in or so?
Yeah, I think we started around 2012. I think Mike was looking to do something a little heavier than Underclare. Started in 2012 and had a good, 5 or 6 year run. And then Kevin Raines, our drummer, parted ways with us. And that was shortly before COVID hit, so our 1 to 2 year break ended up being about 5 years. And then we decided to get back on the horse in about 2023. And we've been playing shows since then and writing new music. So
new songs sound fantastic. I played the second track on the new release, the little instrumental shorter one.
Oh yeah,
I played that earlier.
Did you like it?
I was talking over it, so I didn't listen at all. I generally don't pay attention, but no, it sounded fantastic. I previewed it this morning to make sure it was all instrumental and that I could just talk all over it. Sounded great. I saved the other track though. We'll play here in just a minute for these cats, and then we'll also do one from Stressor, and that will be all the bands you can catch on Thursday night. Real quickly, while we're talking shows, I mentioned earlier Severe Head Wound, Open Casket, Aneurysm, Dread, and Dysmorphia will be at the Pizza Pub Brew Place Friday night. And another show happening, is that Friday? I think also Friday. I don't know. I'll double check on that. There's a benefit for Ian at the same place y'all are playing. So, yeah, that's Thursday and Friday at those two places that you know and love, downtown Little Rock. You can catch banger shows any which way you go. Vast Waste, Pinko, and Cavort Usurp, which, if you don't know about Cavort Usurp, please dig in. Andy, the drummer, he has a show here Monday nights, so tune back in at 9 p.m., just a few minutes after probably, and he'll keep you rolling until 11 with all kinds of underground craziness you won't hear anywhere else. And there's one more show with the Risen Fall, Bleeding Truth, Render, and somebody I've forgotten twice now. I'm horrible. Anyway, back to the news at hand. So, and tell me about your drummer. I'm not sure if I know him. Well, what's the drummer's name?
Jonathan Kaplan.
Okay, I do know.
Yeah,
him.
we'd actually, since parting ways with our original drummer, we'd been searching off and on for a new drummer. Just kind of putting the word out over the years.
Isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, in especially in this area, every drummer's in 3 other bands.
I was about to say, Crusher can attest that even as a bass player, it's easy to get in 5 or 6 bands real quick. Drummers have no chance to.
Yeah, I'd known Jonathan for a while, but did not know he played drums.
Isn't that so weird when you just find one that's been like hiding away from everyone?
And once I found that out, I kind of put the bug in his ear, and he showed up and showed continuous improvement every subsequent rehearsal that we had. So he was dedicated to it and worked at it, and it's worked out great.
That's awesome, man. And this was 2023, so it's a couple years with him now.
Yeah, and it absolutely. I think it helped our sound a little bit. He's a little he's very controlled in his playing style, and it kind of suited the direction that I think the music was heading. A little less thrash and a little more.
It's very tight and precise. Yeah.
I
like it.
We did have a fan come up at the last at the Iron Horse Record show that we played last few weeks ago. Who said he could tell a definite difference between our older material and the newer stuff that's out on Spotify. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Growth and change. Yeah. Love it. Hey, see, there's one thing to be said for sticking to what you do or whatever, but it's so easy for bands to get stagnant when they, try to ride one particular style for years and years and turn into Godsmack or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just have that one song that you play 40 different ways, essentially.
Yeah,
it's nice to mix it up.
I'm sure everybody that writes music feels like, they go through those periods where they get stuck on something. And I think the answer to that is just keep pushing through it.
Yeah.
Until you come up with something new.
And playing with new people always helps too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Somebody mentioned the other day that they were there's a bass player I know who's really good and was just kind of struggling to get back into a band after several years and was a little intimidated by some guys that hit him up to jam, and I was like, dude, you're fantastic. Shut up, just go do it. You know what happens when you play with people better than you? You get better. Just go do it.
Exactly.
There's no good reason not to. It's awesome. Love Iron Horse. I played up there night before last. Yeah, Saturday night. Me and my neighbor Troy went and did what I think was the first non-heavy show there, and it was the first show with 3 acts too, because the one local they had originally had to cancel pretty last minute, and then 2 of us jumped on, I guess, at the same time. They said, yeah, why not, So, but it was really fun. It was good crowd. Brooke has just the best merch in the world. I'm so jealous of how much she travels for shows and stuff, her and EG. So sweet.
Absolutely. This was our second show at that location, and it was better than the first, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
We go to a venue and, the show is better than the last.
Right. I think we looked out, too, there was like a, what do you call it, like a steampunk festival or something that was going on right there on the main strip Saturday.
I remember them talking about that,
right before we played, so we had a little bleed-in traffic from that. It was really fun. Go hang out. Van Buren's nice. It's just quaint little town. You could see yourself kind of settling in or something.
I like it.
Yeah, so I had a good time up there. Props to, and also thanks to Brooke, who runs the the Arkansas Metal Calendar, I believe. Yeah, and half the time, as I'm setting up for the show Monday morning, and I'm thinking like, oh, there's only 3 shows this week, easy show. And then I go look at the calendar and like, no, there's 4 or 5 other things going on in Fayetteville and Fort Smith, and sometimes she knows about shows here that I didn't know about, and I was like, how? What happened here? Arkansas DIY too is awesome. Another great source for info on Facebook if you're looking. And of course, we always try to post all the flyers each week and let you know all the details we can't let you in on right here. How about we rip into that new track, and then if y'all got a few minutes, we can hop back on and talk a little more about
Sounds great, man.
Cool. All right, so here is, let me see if I can do this without messing it up. This is that brand new Mothwind. No, not hearing it here first, are we? No, obviously. I'm playing it off Spotify.
You could
but
be.
You might be. This might be your introduction to The Body and the Sea. KBF, Tomorrow's Dream, Voice of the People. Yeah, that is banging. Brand new Mothwind. What y'all guys think? Let us know over on Facebook. What's called The Body and the Sea. You can catch it live in your face, loud AF, at everybody's favorite legendary log cabin looking old, so lovely venue in the over in Capitol View area, right off well, dang, I can't even say you're off 7th Street because that's the other venue too. But
by the
y'all know, down by the train track, by the train bridge, you know. Thursday evening at, what time did we say?
It starts at 8 p.m. Cover charge is going to be the square root of 100.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be, you know, including this track, we're also going to be playing a new track that we have yet to have played live.
Sick.
So, you guys show up and watch us stumble through that.
Those are the best. Because you know, nobody knows it yet. Like, it's whatever, it's however you do it. That's the song. That's how you, and they're gonna love it. We're gonna love it. Come out Thursday, Friday, all kinds of big banger shows. Don't forget about the one tonight down in the River Market as well. I'm gonna run one of the older tracks. I think maybe my favorite from that first release, Machined Infection.
Nice.
Here in a sec. And then we'll do the one from Stressor I forgot to squeeze in earlier. Stick around. We're going to come keep it rolling with that severe head wound, open casket, aneurysm, dysmorphia, dread, vast waves, pinko, cavort usurp. Luckily, these are mostly like 2-minute long songs, so I think I can get most of that in. We'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out. I know y'all are both on your lunch break, and it's hard to do, so definitely appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. This, for us, completes the media trifecta. We did TV last week. We had a...
That's right. Was it that style segment or whatever?
Arkansas Style.
Yeah, me and Troy went and did that a couple months ago to promote the house show.
Really?
It was really fun. Yeah. It was kind of nerve-wracking. It was the day before the house show, but in essence, I ended up putting my address on the news because they had this big printout of the flyer, or the digital display, whatever, of the flyer for the shows. They showed. Troy's asking, he's like, "So you gonna put your address?" Okay, why not? Yeah, I'd rather deal with 600 people showing up than only 6 people showing up. So it was good though. We had a blast, and
and we had the newspaper article Friday, so radio today. It will be interesting for us to see
media blitz.
Yeah, if we have any new faces at all at our show.
Please come out, show them your shiny faces, buy their merch, tell them you love them.
We'll have some download cards for the new track, obviously T-shirts and CDs if you still use those.
You old uppers with your ancient technology, your discs, cute little shiny discs. Oh, we love it. We love it. Physical media is where it's at. Buy it, spin it. So this any idea on full album? Cause this is a single for new album, right? I assume, or EP maybe or something.
The idea that we went into these last couple of singles was we were just going to release singles.
Yeah.
That's the period of time to write an album and then you got to record it, and then you're tired of playing the songs by the time that 2 years is over with. So we just thought, let's just write a song, put it out, and then maybe at the end of that, then we put them all on an album and print something. Or that's the latest thought process anyway.
It seems to be the way to do it these days. Attention spans are shorter.
Sure.
EPs and singles are doing way better in general anyway, and it gives you that chance to be constantly releasing something, and hyping it up. And there's a music video you said, right, too? I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. But
Absolutely. Yeah, we just released a music video. Total DIY like we like to do, and pretty proud of this one. So you guys go to our YouTube channel and check it out.
Is it just Mothwind Music?
I think it's
maybe?
Mothwind Music on YouTube, yeah.
Bet. Search that up. Go check it out. See if we can link it from Facebook, too. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I don't
thank
want
you, man.
to keep you all too long, but feel free to hang out as long as you can. Here is, like I said, my favorite from their first release, I believe. Machined Infection, Mothwind, KBF, Tomorrow's Dream. That last block there was featured dread, aneurysm, open casket, and severe head wound, all of which will be playing right down the road here at 7th and Chester, everyone's favorite little pizza pub and brewery. Downtown Little Rock Friday evening. The four of us will be opening up for this next band, Dysmorphia. This track from them features a member of Corpse Pile, and it is called Filet-O-Fish. Stick around, Covert Usurp up next. KBF Monitoring. Like 15-second long sample. It's fantastic. Nobody does that anymore. Love it. That was Filet-O-Fish from Dysmorphia, featuring somebody, probably the singer of Corpse Pile, Pile O Corpses, Filet-O-Fish. Best Waste will be up next, as well as, who did I say? Pinko, was that the one? Yeah, Pinko coming up. Really cool stuff from Texas, and they're going to be there Friday at the same place. Mothwind and them are playing Thursday, if you're paying attention. That one is for Punk Rock Ian's 1-year soberversary show. He'll be headlining along with the Lords of Rock Bottom. Good stuff there. The last show I got to tell you about, finally remembered, Depose was the band I kept forgetting, which looks like, hopefully, I think those guys in Render are both like recording right now, so we should have some tracks from that. Matter of fact, Render I think has a single dropping like at the show, or maybe Friday or Saturday or something, so we'll have that for you next week. New stuff from Render. Depose hopefully soon as well. Those guys are going to be playing over in Conway at that super cool record store. Bleeding Truth from Texas. I'm also going to have A Risen Fall. I want to say Cersei, maybe? Man, they're local. Anyway, check all that out, please, and go over to kabf.org. Don't forget, we are in Pledge Drive. We could really use your help. It's super easy to donate. Just slap that big yellow button and tell it how much you can part with today. We'd super appreciate it. I'm going to get some shirts posted up. You can buy those and help out that way, too. Please do. Here's one of my favorites from Covert Usurp off of the Hail Nothing album. This one's called Cannibal Capital. KBF, tomorrow stream.
Power.
That's Reverie from Pinko. Up now is Burial in Vast Waste. Next to the Ghost from Arisen Fall. I'll give you as much as I can of this Bleeding Truth. Your warning shot is nothing compared to my first impact. Catch them in Conway on Saturday. Here's Next to the Ghost, Arisen Fall. Don't forget to donate if you can, KBF.org. Catch you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.
KABF, Community Radio, 88.3, Little Rock. We come to you in many languages and cultures, presenting shows and programs in various arts and craft disciplines.
Don't make no way.